Welcome. Polynomials part 2, PNO2 crib video, right? Okay. So polynomials, many terms, right? Combining like terms is the key here, boys and girls. So I'm gonna do one simplifying problem and one adding and one subtracting problem as well. We're gonna work on this a lot, right, this week. So please, please, please know that when I ask you or we ask you to do a polynomial, what we are asking you to do is simplify and do a couple of basic operations. So let's get right into it. Number one, I'm putting parentheses around them, okay, because I have a trinomial, right? And I have another three-term trinomial. I want you to combine like terms. Now, because there's a plus sign in the middle, that is super important. The only thing you're doing here is adding, right? Taking the glasses off, because I think you have a glare. No one told me that I had a glare. I just figured that I have a glare, okay? So I want to combine like terms. Now, when there's a plus in the middle, the parentheses actually can just drop away. There's no distributing here, okay? So let's rewrite this. 7x squared minus 3x plus 1 plus 4x plus 5x squared minus x. Now, same thing we did last week. You want to circle, underline, triangle, box, like terms. I see an x squared here. I'm going to let's put a box right this time. I feel boxy, okay? And then a plus 5x squared. I don't see another x squared, so those two terms are good to go. I see a negative 3x. I see a positive 4x. And I see a negative x. I'm going to put a 1 in front of there. And then plus 1, underline all by itself. So now let's combine the shapes that are the same. 7x squared plus 5x squared. That's 12x squared. I'm not doing anything with the exponent. The exponent is just there for me to say, oh, those are like terms. But I don't actually do anything with the exponents. I just put them together. I'm adding the coefficients, the numbers in front. Okay, so let's go with the x's now. Negative 3x plus 4x, that's 1x, and 1x minus 1x is 0, not 0x, 0. If I have 1x in my hand and I take that 1x away, there's nothing left in my hand. So I am actually not writing anything there for the x, but the plus 1's all by itself. My final answer is 12x squared plus 1, okay? Next one here. I'm not really feeling this color. I'm gonna go with a different color here. Let's go red. Ugh. Okay, I almost fell over. That'd be bad. All right. There's a big difference between these two things. There's a minus sign here. Now the minus sign is super important. When there is a minus sign and there are parentheses, you are gonna pretend like this is a negative 1 and it must be distributed to everything on the right-hand side. So this negative 1 has to distribute here and here, all right? So that's gonna change these signs. Nothing changes here, okay? But once we distribute, or as we're distributing, I can take the parentheses away. So 3x to the third plus 7x squared stays over here. This positive 8x to the third now becomes a negative 8x to the third because I'm multiplying the negative sign. So 8x to the third here. This marker sucks, okay? And then the negative sign is gonna distribute here. So this will now become a positive 4x squared. Okay, so plus 4x squared. I can't even deal with this anymore. I can't even deal with this anymore. You're going to the trash can. All right, let's go back over here. Now that I've distributed, now I've gotten rid of all the parentheses and everything, now I can combine like terms. So let's go with the box around 3x to the third, and again, box, circle, square, triangle, whatever. There's another 3x to the third here, but I have to combine, or I have to put that negative sign in there, okay? And then I have an x squared and another x squared, so I'll circle those two. So let's go. I don't know what is happening with all my markers. This is really upsetting. Okay, let's combine now. 3x to the third minus 8x to the third will give me a negative 5x to the third. And then plus 7x squared plus 4x squared, I'll add both of those and I'll get 11x squared. Final answer, negative 5x to the third plus 11x squared, okay? Key point here, plus signs, nothing really happens. Negative signs distribute. This one has no parentheses, so let's just go ahead and circle, square, underline, triangle, octagon, pentagon, whatever you want. Hopefully you can still see me. Okay. I see 8x squared. Here's another one, negative 4x squared. No more. There's a negative 3 there. Ooh, well, I don't have any other constant terms. A constant is a number by itself. So I'm actually going to just put a circle around that by itself. Plus 7x plus x, which is a 1, negative 2x. Now let's combine. 18x squared minus 4x squared is 14x squared. The minus 3 is here, so let's leave it there for now. Plus 7, plus 1 is 8, minus 2 is 6. Okay, then I'm done. But I'm not, because I have to rearrange this. Remember we talked about the order in which it has to be represented? Ms. Hall said standard form, which is exactly right. We've got to make sure that this is descending order, meaning descending exponent order. So right now it's not. So I'm going to have to switch these two terms. So this is really going to be 14x squared plus 6x minus 3. And that's my final answer. Let's just make sure we're good with order here. There's an x squared there, good. X to the third, x squared, good to go. All right? Hopefully that's a little bit clear for you guys. See you tomorrow.